You know, black people really don't give a shit if they can't be around white people, right?
As a white woman, I'm not shopping nowhere that's white only. I'm just not.
You think segregation is hurting the black and brown community?
Wait, is Trump really bringing back segregation? Because people are talking. Opinions are all over the place. Some people are shocked. Some people still do not believe it. And others, well, you all will see. Let's check out how white people are reacting to this. This video is going to be interesting. Let's get right into it.
Hey everybody, I'm all in my feelings today, so I just want to make a quick little statement here, and I especially want our white friends to notice what is happening with what's coming down from POTUS and all of the people he has working for him behind the scenes, trying to seek out little obscure things that may try to get a rise out of black people. First they talked about trying to the possibility of pardoning the person who took the life of George Floyd. Then they just completely destroyed Black Lives Matter Plaza, not just painted over it, but completely destroyed it. Then, in the name of the attack on DEI, they are systematically removing the names and images of prominent black people in history who, for a variety of different reasons, they just want to erase the history in all of the federal government's websites and documents and things like that. And then yesterday, they decided to take a provision out of the an act that was passed in 1965, which would allow companies that contract with the United States at a federal level to have segregated facilities, segregated businesses, to just have segregation again. Now, of course, all of this stuff can be fought in court, but it seems like they are trying their best to get into the minds and the deep-seated heart pains of Black Americans. They're trying their best to get us out there protesting. And you all know that we as a group, as a lot, cannot get out there and protest, because the minute that they see the crowd is not all white, the minute that they see that we are out there protesting, then it gives them an opportunity to pave the way for calling for that law that starts with an M. And if that were to happen, our country will be turned upside down. As Black people, we are holding it in. Is this bothering us? Yes. My parents, uncles, aunts, we're not talking ancestors who fought for civil rights. I was born before the Civil Rights Act was signed. This is how new all of this is. And yes, this is tearing us apart inside, but we cannot get out there and protest. Black bodies cannot be on the front lines out there. We need you. We need you to make your voices known or heard in relationship to what they are doing with trying to erase history, with trying to get a rise out of Black people. We need you to advocate and let this administration know that what they are doing is not okay. And we need you all to get loud about this. And it's our white brothers and sisters who need to do this and need to do it quickly. This needs to get in the media. This needs to get loud. What he did and what they did as far as allowing contractors to have separate facilities should cross a line for many of you who say that you support us. We want to see it. We need to see it. This is an opportunity for us to see it. I'm hurt, I'm angry, and I apologize for my emotions coming out right now. But this is an opportunity for us to see it. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
You know, black people really don't give a shit if they can't be around white people, right? Like, you think that black people give a flying fuck that you're not gonna let them into your racist ass place? Because I promise you they don't. What's really gonna suck is not being able to go into black spaces like that. That's gonna suck for white people who enjoy things that are cool and fun. That part's really gonna suck. But like, we deserve to be kicked out. Okay?
Y'all, we need to talk because the Trump schmatzy administration just banned segregation in all federal contracts. You know, segregation like separate bathrooms, Jim Crow 2.0 bullshit. By the way, a black man just delivered my freaking UPS mail. You all are fucking unhinged with this bullshit. And to be clear, this is not about policy change. This is not about saving money. This is a message, a big, loud dog whistle to black and brown people trying to instill psychological warfare, a message that they are not safe. And it is meant to make people feel small and afraid. And white folk, this message is for you. Y'all need to call this out, not just online, but at work, at school, at the dinner table. This ain't just politics, this is real life. If you stay quiet, you're a part of the problem. Speak up, shut it down, because separate does not mean equal. It was never equal, and we are not going back. Take action. You want to do something? Read a fucking book. Better yet, support black businesses. By the way, ladies, they know some really great shit. Somebody find this company. I bought it at a Pride festival. It's freaking amazing. And when it's empty, I will buy more. Show up for your black and brown neighbors. This is the only way we're gonna win from these schmatzis. This is absolute, utter bullshit. For the love of God, share this post. Share it everywhere.
As a critical criminology lecturer and researcher, I kind of wanted to share my thoughts about segregation in America and how I've interpreted that using a sort of criminological twist. And when I say I'm a sort of a critical criminologist, I'm more like kill the rich than fingerprints and, you know, you're a serial killer because your mum was mean to you. I'm not that type of serial killer. I'm that type of criminologist. So what I wanted to say about the segregation is this. It seems to me that actually America has always had the most virulent, violent form of segregation in place anyway, in terms of its criminal justice system. That is nothing short of a segregation system. When you look at the disproportionate amount of black people that experience incarceration and the extended carceral system in terms of probation and parole and whatever. Yeah, even greater disproportion is shared among Indigenous First Nations people who disproportionately are even greater represented within the carceral system. What this actually tells me is that actually what we're seeing is an extension of the carceral net into the wider community. And I don't think white people have the privilege to be shocked that Trump would suggest segregation when the American criminal justice system has been incarcerating people of colour at colossal community wrecking levels for decades. And not to mention the types of policing that look more like hunting than policing. Anyway, just wanted to share my thoughts about that. Yeah, follow me if you want to.
You can't continue to let this go on. I can't continue to let this go on. We can't continue to let this go on. We cannot continue to walk around with our eyes shut and our ears closed. Okay? What is it going to take? We have come way too far to have society be set back 75 years. 75 years. What are we doing with these executional or these executive orders removing policies that allow for segregation? What are we doing? Oh, yes, it's government contractors. You know who those government contractors are? SpaceX, Tesla, Amazon probably. It's all a bunch of smoke and mirrors and all these MAGA folks falling for the okie doke. It has to stop. And in the latest news, guess who's overseeing the housing board? Oh yeah, Musk. Musk, along with his buddies. I think it's Plute, the head of Plute Homes. And now they're all buying up a bunch of stock because it's like $6 a pop. They're taking everything. They're taking everything. When in history have we had a president incite this amount of fear among so much of the country? I can't recall it in my lifetime. Yet Dems and Republicans have never really gotten along. Obviously, they're on different sides of the aisle. But society's divided. And for the people that continue to say it's just the Democrats who hate the Republicans and they don't want to see it's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of brainwashed bullshit. And it's going to take some serious shit to go down for them to open their eyes. The thing I love about this TikTok platform is that we can continue to share and talk and communicate with each other on the things that are going on so that we can continue to create awareness. You may not want to hear it. I get it. But you need to be aware. Because I can tell you right now, if you search Republicans that regret their vote, you're going to see hundreds of thousands of videos. Check it out.
As a white woman, I'm not shopping nowhere that's white only. I'm just not. I will find a way to support black businesses and Spanish businesses and Oriental businesses long before I shop anywhere that is white only. Y'all keep that weird shit to yourself. And I understand why my black friends are like, no, segregate us. Maybe we'll have some peace and some safety. Maybe you will. And maybe that could be beneficial. But at the end of the day, I'm not shopping nowhere that's whites only. I got white friends that will burn that motherfucker down the second they see that sign on your wall. So go ahead and fuck around and find out if you want to. And I don't want to hear you other white people out here going on about how it's just federal contracts and they haven't done that it's just do you think they're going to stop there? Because they're not. This is only the beginning. And if you don't fight from the beginning, then what are you even here for? Sounds to me like you're making excuses because you're low-key undercover racist yourself. And you don't care. If you're not using your white privilege to defend your black friends and your Spanish friends and your Oriental friends, then what are you really doing? Besides being undercover racist. Just say that shit with your chest, be proud of it, and own your whiteness and your white people and your kind. Because that's what that is. You want to stick with your kind. Not me. Take me out of here. Take me with you. I want to stay with these white people.
You think segregation is hurting the black and brown community? Scroll through their videos. They are laughing, having a good time, celebrating. They try to stay away from us, for the most part. Not in an evil, mean way, the way you would love for it to be, in a safe, protect themselves kind of way. Because white people get brown and black people killed. So you're not doing anything to harm them. You are going to harm your businesses by losing them. You're going to harm the atmosphere because it's going to be so boring and staunch. And on top of that, you're showing us, the ones that just want everybody to have freedom and, rights, don't want to go back to the 60s, you're showing us where not to go. You're making it very simple. So yeah, you're not hurting anybody but yourselves by trying to bring the evil to the world back out into the open, because we know you've had it in you. You're just going to put it on full display so everyone can see not to go near you. So segregation, that's a joke. It's a disgusting, vile, evil joke that's only going to hurt yourselves.
Many are saying this is not the America I know. But for Black Americans, segregation, whether legal or not, has always been part of their reality. Take, for example, the educational system. The educational system has remained deeply unequal. Black communities often get less funding, fewer resources, and overcrowded classrooms. So while so many people are shocked by the idea of segregation returning, for Black Americans, the system has never truly been equal. So it's not about going backward. It's the fact that it never fully moved forward in the first place. So what do you guys think? What's your take on this segregation topic? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I want to read and hear all your thoughts. Drop it in the comment section. So besties, if you have watched the video to this extent and you have not seen hit the like button, what are you still waiting for? Hit the like button, give this video a huge thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe to the channel. Yes, subscribe to the channel. So besties, that's the end for this video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.